Disney, man. They continue to mess things up for people. And it's just really sad because there seems to be a lack of accountability, or maybe they're just ignoring things on purpose. I don't know. But more layoffs across TV, film, and the report is right now that it was several hundred people who lost their job. So we don't know the exact same number, so I don't want to give a figure on that. But again, more cuts in Disney. Back in March, there was 200 people laid off in TV and ABC News operations in March. 75 people were let go in October, about 300 employees back in September, another 140 employees in July. What we're seeing here is that when you have large budgets for movies and it doesn't make money, like a Snow White, like a Captain America, like a Thunderbolts, and previous films that have come out and they're not performing well at the box office. Streaming numbers are down for Disney Plus. People are walking away from Disney. As a result of that, folks lose their jobs because they can't pay everyone. Bob Iger came back shortly after in 2023, rounds of layoffs 2 years ago, and ultimately cut more than 8,000 jobs. So again, when you're not performing well at the box office and you're not making any money, you can't keep up. So how much more of this does Disney want to do? Fantastic Four, if it doesn't perform well, then where does Marvel go from there? Bob Iger is already upset that Kevin Feige doesn't have more projects coming out next year, even though Bob Iger said himself, more quality and more quantity. Now we're seeing a total different message. Which one is it going to be? I think, in my opinion, that Kevin Feige, Bob Iger, the top dogs in the industry of Disney, need to be let go. They're the ones making the bigger decisions at the end of the day, not these employees. Sure, they might have some influence, but those executives in the room saying, you know what, let's push woke ideology onto families who have values, who believe in a nuclear family, and think that's going to work. It doesn't. So if Disney wants to keep playing games and messing with their money, this is what's going to happen. And until they decide to change course, and I hope they do, because at some point you got to be like, you know what, this is dumb, and we want to get back to making money. Then you'll see the fans come back. And as you can see, declining TV ratings and revenue lead to fourth round of layoffs for Disney in a year. Yikes! How much is enough? Disney owns ABC Entertainment, ABC News, ESPN, Marvel, Disney Plus, and Hulu. After Monday's layoffs were announced, Disney shares dropped 0.08% to close down 9 cents at $112.95. Again, the viewership part. The company also reported increase. Well, this is not bad in the first quarter as viewership can to shift from traditional TV to streaming, which makes sense. But is that enough? Is that gonna help turn the tides? Because I've seen some of the stuff they put out this year, like the Spider-Man show. I didn't like it because you were gender swapping, you're race swapping characters. Harry Osborn said, "Go get him, Tiger," to Peter Parker. That was lame and whack. And you had Harry Osborn, I think he said, "Great, no, great. I think great respect comes great power." Forget the whole line, but they changed that. And it's like people aren't gonna buy that forever. So if Disney wants to turn things around, walk away from this stuff that you keep pushing out. Get away from the identity politics because it's not going to go anywhere. Now, Bob Iger is supposed to leave next year, and the CEO who's coming in, that hopefully they're taking notes. Hopefully they're paying attention, and they come in and want to make money again. We got Epic Universe at Universal. Me and my wife been going to Universal the past 3 years. Love the park. People are going to that new park. And if there's an industry that can take full advantage of the movies and they put out good content and good TV shows, Disney might want to pay attention to that. Hasn't happened yet, but if there's ever an industry out there that can gain a fan base who is tired of this stuff and they take away people's money from Disney, they're going to be in trouble some more. If you want to keep going down this rabbit hole and not making money, then you're going to keep burning the bridge and it's going to be very messy when you get to the end of this. Because with Fantastic Four coming out, we already know they're gender swapping the Silver Surfer, race swapping Mr. Fantastic. There's reports about the Human Torch being more in touch with its feelings, being more feminist and thinking that's okay and not being a strong masculine man who is a womanizer. We saw that character portrayed. Now you're changing that. And the Fantastic Four are tied to Doctor Doom. That's the rival, the villain. And if this movie doesn't perform well because of these same issues, Marvel's in trouble. And then hopefully the Russo brothers can reset everything, assuming Kevin Feige doesn't get his hands on it. So where does Disney go from here? Of course, there's shift blame, probably maybe to the audience. Hopefully they don't. I mean, they haven't been lately. That's a good thing. for the audience, you can't blame the audience for not watching because if they don't like it and they're giving you feedback, and not listening, they're going to go somewhere else. So those are my thoughts about this latest layoffs in Disney. I hate when people lose their jobs, and the people who lost your job, really sorry to hear. I hope you guys bounce back, find something better, you get paid your worth, and you thrive in life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Love to hear your thoughts about this situation at Disney. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.